Greetings, gaming enthusiasts. Welcome back to the Gamer's Corner. I'm thrilled to have you here as we embark on a journey through the exhilarating moments of Stalwart Esports in the PMGC 2023 group stages. If you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing the notification bell to stay updated. Your subscription not only keeps you in the loop but also fuels our passion for bringing you the best of esports. Get ready to be on the edge of your seat as Stalwart Esports unleashes an absolute domination in an intense 4v4 showdown against Alpha 7.
Dear me, right now up to 12 eliminations for Stalwart. They have been absolutely dominant in this first map. Monumental plays coming through backwards and forwards. Duello in the meantime, he's fighting the entirety of Alpha 7. The Japanese squad going hell for leather over here.
As the numbers dwindle, already this intense game leaving us now with what could be the final fight to decide which one gets to taste that chicken dinner coming into Group Green to start us off here. And you're left with a 4 versus 3. Map control, it's got to be said, it is Stalwart. They're playing it to a T, living the name here.
And I mean, the way they've controlled this map as well, you saw they put a lot of emphasis towards this side. They used this outpost before, mainly as a scouting position, but they wanted the high ground when it came to that end game. So everything is part of their grand design here over on Stalwart. Senab looks to go for a peek, but in the meantime, they just realized they're scared, so they're just going to try and move further down. Action with a quick feed, and there's an immediate return from Icy again.
You can see the way they're playing it as well, trying to bait each other out, playing the numbers game, knowing they can trade for one of these players and peeking off each other's contact. Icy goes up close, shattered, as he will go down to the DBS, punishing him with a 1 punch. Low HP though, and not great positional play to work with. Got to pop those heals quick, bullet to the back, shuts down another one. Suddenly we're starting to see Stalwart coming out on top unless one man can make a difference. DBS closes the gap, keeps him in close check, looking for the finishes as well. But this is a rough position to be in blank. He's behind the tree and he might be barking up the wrong one.
Just Nerzed versus Mafioso now as the circle begins to close. Nerzed goes for the jump peek.
My God, there it is, coming through in the air. Nerzed shutting it down.
Prepare to be blown away as Stalwart Esports masterfully outplays Alpha 7 in an electrifying 4v4 clash.
Closing the gap between the compounds. Teammates been revived as well. Shotgun blast through the window. Tags up on a windowsill. Senab having to back off from the commotion caused. Nades whizzing by him as well. This is an angle where the DBS can still be so lethal. It's all about just hitting the shot first. He's got to play this one perfectly to buy his teammates time to work with. Big damage back over as well onto the rest of them. Wide swing around the corner blank. Cleaves his way through him like a butcher knife.
Senab is doing so well here because the rest of the team is dealing with SDE, preventing him from getting any closer. The fact that he holds that down on his lonesome is so important. Unluckily though, during all the chaos, Action and Nerzed gets in. This is what I was so happy about earlier on, is they spot this commotion, they see the fight's taking too long, they take the opportunity to get up towards Wizard Tower and this, and with that, they get the circle too, Jackie. Couple of nades remaining, they have to be big, they want to cause chaos in the backlines here for Alpha 7.
Has to be clean connection. Nades are worth their weight in gold in a situation like this. Last of the stims being used as well. 2 remaining in the back pocket for Nerzed. Tops himself up, gets the heart pumping. Action on the reposition. Has nades to play with. Molotov can be primed if the push comes in. Nade a little bit late on the timing. They've got their way up the stairs, taking a 1v1. They can't quite find him though. What?
Hello?
He's able to step his way around him. Eventually strikes back with a shotgun. Action. What is going on? The numbers now dropping. Nerzed taking a close quarters engagement, diving up on top. Hits the 1 pump onto Senab. They're turning this around blank. He's aggressive to try and close it.
Is this going to be the second time Nerzed closes down a game, spots a player, flushes him out? The upstairs is amuck with chaos for Alpha 7 at the moment, but this Molotov's been passed through from Icy as he starts to join the fight now, Jackie.
Icy, he's going to turn the heat up on this one. Molly to keep him trapped in, dive out the window through the back line. Quick peek onto Icy, trying to connect the shots, but it's too little, too late. Icy pumps away. They will fall down, and in the end, finally securing that one again. It's Stalwart with their second chicken dinner of the day as the celebrations come out, and damn right blank, they deserve that one.
Get ready for an adrenaline-fueled thrill as Stalwart Esports outshines Falcon Esports in an intense 4v4 showdown.
A7 would be horrid to start their day off, and Redface will clean. This guy has been clean for Procedure Evos, and the better be cheering for them right now because they are attempting to get towards that grand finals off the back of that one.
Love the way they played it as well. A lot of confidence in themselves. We'll have time to dissect it later because right now the Carnage news, it seems like Stalwart thrust into a fight versus Falcons. Utility being pulled out all over. Nice nade for close contact, but 6 eats one as he's blown down onto his last legs, constantly swinging on one another here. A knock will trade beast and slow down the commotion from Stalwart, but the DS inside of the building cleaving its way through them and starting to block off these angles as Falcons scrap into this one to try and survive, but it's looking risky for them. The compound is chock-a-block with carnage right now.
AXA has got to bring off a big play here versus Action and Icy. A lot of damage does hit over towards these two players. Action sidesteps it. It's grazing him, but he's still able to finish it off there. The bullets whizzing past his arm, cutting the hairs on his shoulders.
Brace yourselves for a heart-pounding clash as Stalwart Esports brilliantly outplays Tianba in an intense 4v4 showdown.
Stalwart, like you said, losing Nurzed is not ideal. However, they have this really interesting gameplay where once they lose one of their players, they instantly buckle up, turn into a salvage mission type of mode, and then just try and get as far into these games as possible. Because I think for Stalwart, if they have 4 players, they're happy to pop off. They understand, though, that here on Sandhawk, you need a little bit more pressure. You sort of need those 4 players to give you a chance towards our end game. So right now, it looks like they're going to be looking for a couple more elimination points and then just see how far they can push those placement points. As long as they keep that buffer at the top, they're going to be really safe going forward, Jackie, and it's going to make it nigh on impossible to leapfrog them. And I think that's what's terrifying about Stalwart, is just their ability to pump points every game. Now, this is crazy from Tops, currently looking for a 1v3, and that nade could be absolutely devastating.
Dude, this is wild. The sheer level of confidence he had. And look at the timing on it as well. They've even called for the double nade. They were doing this yesterday. It's really hard to synergize this as effectively as they've been doing it. But they're really confident in holding the pin, waiting for the call, double nading at the same time, dealing enough damage to get the knock off the back of it. Action still throwing nades in through the windows and blowing Tiamba to pieces. You've now got to push in to try and clear out in close range. Molotov as well. So the utility massively paying dividends here. And they clean up. That's beautiful. They've just mopped them up like a spilled drink.
Experience the sheer gaming brilliance as Stalwart Esports effortlessly dominates the final circle, seizing victory in spectacular fashion against all odds.
And right now, it's looking more and more likely that Stalwart can pull this off.
The history is in their hands at the minute. Just don't fumble the bag. Don't make a misplay. Nurzed, he's been giving it his all, man, with some of the maneuvers, but it's not just him. Like we've been saying, this squad has so much talent. Right now, Lukes are just playing into the blank. They look scared. They're trapped in a box like a moth in a bathtub. They can't find their way out, and they are just being decimated. Bullets down range again and again. The Mongolian side keeping the dream of a third chicken dinner alive on this one as they are showing up on Miramar.
This is ridiculous so far. Mate, just the fact that, like, Nurzed, go deal with the guys over towards DX. You just deal with that. You go for the 1v3. Tops will go for the 1v3 over towards Loot. And Icy will deal with Malise Esports. They're single-handedly, each player, taking down one team one at a time. This does not happen ever in PMGC.
This is incredible. The fact that this is happening right now, right here in front of us, everyone on land sitting in awe, feeling the sheer level of lethality that is being shown by Stalwart. It's like you're saying, one man's all it takes. One divided between the 3 squads that were alive, and they're holding down the line, hitting pot shots from a distance, picking themselves back up from what felt like a misplay. When they got swung on up close with the DBS, it felt like the goodnight kiss, but instead they're still in it to win it on this one. Now closing the gap. You can see the rotate coming in. Low HP on some of the players. The nade game dwindling down to an all-time low, but Smoke's there. Stalwart have time to play with on this one. They can make it uncomfortable for the remaining squads. They've got numbers, Blank, and if they continue to hit shots like they have been, they could write the history books here.
It's the disciples in DX and Malise Esports trapped in a room with a grandmaster so far as Icy looks to finish off the remaining members from Malise. His target, his assassination coming through here over towards his team. Kisyu goes around the side and Icy still playing him for a fool at the moment. Peeks out, good shots, a lot of damage done. Might go down here but needs to at least take down CEO later. Finds one, gonna continue to go here, Jackie.
How on earth has he been able to outplay them in a situation like this? They had the timing on the spacing. When he went for the first shot with the AR, you should have been able to swing onto him. Instead, he strikes with the DBS from a distance, throws him into this position where Nurzed, the hero, the man of the moment, wants to close in the gap with a DBS. Buckshot goes out, shuts it down, and closes things. History in the making for Stalwart. They can celebrate that one as they deserve it. A third chicken dinner on the day. Tremendous plays, Blank.